Hey friends, welcome to our midweek moment. Pastor Nicole here. So glad you clicked on. Well, this week we continued on in our sermon series, Tangled, Unraveling the Fear That Binds Us, and we talked about the fear of the unknown. Now, we all have experienced this fear, right? Of not knowing what is to come, what's it going to be like, when is it going to happen, how is it going to happen? All of those things that can feel so overwhelming and so scary. And sometimes we can allow the fear of the unknown to tangle around us, bind us up to a point that we just don't even want to make a decision or do anything because we're scared of the outcome. We're scared of how things are going to turn out. But we have to learn how to let go of that fear, and we have to learn how to move into the unknown because it's a part of life. Now, in the sermon, I talked a little bit about Into the Unknown, which is a song from Frozen 2, and how that song had a big impact on my life. It came to me at just the right moment. What I didn't have time to share in the sermon, but I will share now, is that there's another song in that movie that it was kind of a 1-2 punch, right? Like Into the Unknown, I was like, okay, I hear you, Lord. And then this song came around and I was like, all right, I get it. That song, of course, is Do the Next Right Thing. I want to read some of the lyrics to you. It says, I won't look too far ahead. It's too much for me to take, but break it down to this next breath, this next step, this next choice is the one I can make. So I'll walk through this night, stumbling blindly towards the light and do the next right thing. And with the dawn, what comes then? When it's clear that everything will never be the same again, then I'll make the choice to hear that voice and do the next right thing. You know, sometimes in our lives, we have to move through a season of the unknown. It is just a part of life. But we don't have to fear the unknown because we know God is with us and we know that God will lead us. And so if we can just do the next right thing, then the unknown, that fear can dissipate a little bit. That fear of the unknown can dissipate. So we don't have to know the next 20 steps. We just have to know the next step. Now, sometimes that's really hard for us because we want to know all 20 steps. But really, we just have to do the next right thing. I think that sometimes that's how God works in our lives. God doesn't show us the entire plan because if God showed us the entire plan, we would run in the opposite direction. Instead, we're just given the next step so that we can do the next right thing, take that next step. And eventually, we'll find ourselves 20 steps down the line and we'll be like, whoa, I did all that. I didn't think I could. Sometimes we have to let our fear go and trust in God. And that is hard because we like to be in control and we like to know what's coming, but it's just not a reality in our lives. Our world is too unknown for us to be able to do that. But we can trust God because God does know, God is with us, God will lead us. So as you're thinking about whatever's going on in your life, if you've got some unknowns coming up or you're in the midst of it, just remember you can walk into the unknown by doing the next right thing. So I hope you will have a great rest of your week. I hope you will be able to take that little bit of advice with you. And I hope you'll join us for worship this weekend. We are going to have the Day of Days. It's going to be wonderful. We're going to celebrate our graduates. At our first in-person service, we are going to have baptisms. We are going to celebrate all women on Mother's Day. It's going to be wonderful. So whether you can join us in person or online, we hope that you will come and be a part of worship this weekend at Willow Hill. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.